it up here tonight on the Cobra Snake Pit channel. I'm your host tonight, broadcaster Clay. My co-host GTR Butters is out of commission for tonight, so that's why we're over here on the Cobra Snake Pit channel, but it's the reason why we have a backup channel. But anyways, for this race, I'm supposed to have Xander Zidell joining me, but I haven't heard from him just yet. But who I do have in here with me is the owner of Lost in the Sauce Motorsports. He'll be my in-race reporter tonight, potentially, but he also might just be broadcasting with me. Don't really know quite yet. Sauce, what's going on, bub?
How you doing tonight, Clay? Good to be here. No, I'm up here in the broadcast booth the full time. Got all my drivers in the race, ready to go, and I'm here to join you to see this spectacle here at Kentucky.
Well, we're just a few minutes away from qualifying here. I do want to throw it over to you so that you can take care of some housekeeping items with regards to driver changes. What driver changes do we have to note for tonight?
Let me get out my notes, Clay. Let me get out my notes. For Xfinity, we have... Speed Racer. Yeah, Speed Racer making his debut for Lidsum in that 7 car. Full time, so saw him in the truck series. Seen him racing a few leagues. We got him on the team through the adding on Thursday. A little kerfuffle with some of the waiver wire stuff, but they seem to work it out. And he's on the team.
Well, there you go. That's the main ad. We do have a couple of a couple hot seats to note. Notably, one guy that doesn't get talked about much. He's down in our truck series typically, but he's getting a hot seat tonight. And what is a big night for Warpig? He will be hot seating the 92. This will be his 69th Cobra start, which is most all-time of any driver in the Cobra E-Racing Series and Cobra E-Racing Series League. The most all-time, and with the truck start later, he'll hit his 70th start. So, big congrats to Warpig in that one.
Big milestone. Probably he's been here since day one. He shows up each week. He's consistent. He's gonna, put it all out there. He's gonna race hard, and he's very respectable by everyone out there. Love to see him get his recognition for just being, consistent and just wanting to race.
And then the next one we have to talk about isn't technically a hot seat. I mean, I guess you could call it that, but driving the 19 tonight for his own team, Gorilla Autosport, is the captain of Gorilla Autosport, P. Gator. He was our race winner last week at Indy. What do we think about that?
Hey, P. Cola showed up first time, and he made it count. Let's see, he might go 2 for 2 here. Kentucky's one of his favorite tracks, and he's really good with these Xfinity cars. So, if I'd known P. Cole was racing earlier, I probably would have chosen him as my pick. But I went with Masop, so we'll see how that shakes up.
Well, there you go.
2 guys who were originally on my team back in season 1, so they got the first 2 wins for my team. So shout out to them too.
Well, there you have it there. Rum Runners will be carrying the same 4 guys, 403 Mills, Derek Cope, Brink, and Monster Racing, carrying the same Rum Runners Racing flag. And the same can be said for Black Bear Racing, Chewy in the 07, Masopes in the 08, WRX Mike the 22, and GTR Jacob in the 98. So all the other teams pretty well staying the same here tonight, Sauce. This is a series that, the last couple races haven't really been what we expected out of the Xfinity season. I've been joking around with some folks saying that prior to our Christmas break, our Xfinity series looked great. And then since we've come back from the break, it's just not been the same kind of racing we thought we might see from our Xfinity series.
Yeah, we had a couple anomalies. I think it's a lot of guys, a lot of Xfinity. You got guys who are borderline Cup guys who should be in Cup. You got guys who in trucks maybe feel like they should be Xfinity, so things like that. Some guys moving up to racing the races. It's pretty competitive, and these Xfinity cars are there's something about them that just kind of makes everyone lose their mind sometimes. So. We're going to run this one without cautions this week, so we'll see how these guys operate, and we'll see how they race each other.
Yeah, some changes to the rules and regulations. We're going down from normal draft to low draft, and we will not be having cautions tonight.
feel like a Canadian league race. Shout out to the Canadian e-motorsport league that I participated in this past year. So same set as they had is it could be a strategy game. It could be tires here. I think tires are going to be big. We are in qualifying.
They are in qualifying now, and while they're in qualifying, let's take a look at the Xfinity Series points. With a great run at Indy last week, Hamilton extends his point lead. He has a 132-point lead over the second-place driver of Jose Protege, who finally is starting to turn some things around a little bit. Masopes there in third, WRX Mike in fourth. Those four guys, at least 59 points or more above the cut line, have to like where they sit. After missing last week, Nuka falls to fifth in points, 35 points above the cut line. He's got to start making races. And I know he only missed one, but missing races can be really detrimental. Robbie Racing, 33 points above the cut line. GTR Beatty's 18 points above. Marini, after some really bad runs, and we'll talk a lot about Marini tonight, he's only 14 above. Cope, 7 above. Mills, 2 above. And Just Ken, after a string of fantastic runs, is back to just 2 below. Bad Guy, also 3 below the cut line. GTR Jacob, 28 points out.
Yeah, it's hot enough. I think one race isn't gonna hurt, too much if you got some points and some cushion. A few races, as you've seen with Jacob lately, a few races, can kind of drop even with a win. So that win's really carrying GTR Jacobs, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. I think he's in the race right now as well. So we got 20 guys in here, unless you're in the lobby.
I just jumped in.
I got you. Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to look out for Pete Colligator, Jose Protege. Hamilton's always gonna run up front. Masopes, he's gonna be looking for a win tonight, and I think Speed Racer's another guy. I think those are the 5 wins you want to look at tonight.
I'm going to step aside for just a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Sorry about that, guys. I was gonna shout out everybody already tuning in for the pre-race show here. Almost done with qualifying, and we're gonna go green here in about 6 minutes. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, give us a comment, give us a share of the Cobra E-Racing Series Snake Pit channel.
Okay, I am back.
All right, and we have just completed qualifying. Not loaded back in just yet, but everyone's just now crossing the finish line. So yeah, Jacob's in here. We got a whole field tonight. We got everyone. Well, we got a hot seat, but with me in here, it's 21. There's 20 cars in here, so it's gonna be interesting.
So yeah, we're just waiting for these guys to get back, and we're going to do driver introductions. After missing last week, I know the folks are probably waiting for that to get going here.
Yes, this is what I came for, Clay. This is what I'm most excited for.
So 19 drivers I see. Who is missing? I only see 19 drivers.
I Hey, well, someone may have backed out. They'll come back here in a bit. Then.
Okay, so we're going to go here with the starting 19, and starting in the 19th place from Warwick, New York. He drives the number 11 Rum Runners Racing Chevrolet. It's Brinkerhoff. Starting in the 18th position tonight from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Driving the Gorilla Autosport number 20 Toyota, it's Marini. Starting in the 17th position from San Diego, California, driving the Venom Racing number 92 Chevrolet, it's Warpig. Starting in the 16th position from Muncie, Indiana, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports number 8 Chevrolet, it's Mopawa Cat. Starting in position number 15 from Chicago, Illinois, driving the Black Bear Racing number 22 Ford, it's WRX Mike. Starting in the 14th position tonight from Clarksville, Tennessee, driving the Black Bear Racing number 98 Ford, it's GTR Jacob. Starting in the 13th position tonight from Knoxville, Tennessee, driving the Venom Racing number 0 Chevrolet, it's GTR Beatty. Starting in the 12th position tonight from Peterborough, England of the United Kingdom, driving the Gorilla Autosport number 18 Toyota, it's Robbie Racing. Starting in the 11th position tonight from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, driving the Venom Racing number 21 Chevrolet, it's Bad Guy. Starting in the 10th position tonight from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, driving the Rum Runners Racing number 6 Chevrolet, it's Mills. Starting in the 9th position tonight from Pensacola, Florida, driving the Gorilla Autosport number 19 Toyota, it's Picola Gator. Starting in the 8th position tonight from Loganville, Georgia, driving the Rum Runners Racing number 10 Chevrolet, it's Derek Hope. Starting in the 7th position tonight from Grand Rapids, Michigan, driving the Venom Racing number 4 Chevrolet, it's Just Ken. Starting in the 6th position tonight from Mayaguez, Puerto Rico, driving the Gorilla Autosport number 54 Toyota, it's GTR Jose Protege. Starting in the 5th spot tonight from Atlanta, Georgia, driving the Black Bear Racing number 08 Ford, it's Masopes. Starting in the 4th position tonight, he is from Phoenix, Arizona, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports number 1 Chevrolet, it's Hamilton. Starting in the 3rd position tonight from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, driving the number 07 Black Bear Racing Chevrolet, it's Chewy. And here's your front row for tonight. Starting in the 2nd position tonight from Standish, Maine, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports number 9 Chevrolet, it's Mopawa Nuka. And starting on the pole tonight in his first career Xfinity start here in the Cobra E-Racing Series, he's from Chatham, Alberta, Canada. Chatham, Ontario, Canada, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports number 7 Chevrolet, it's Speed Racer. And starting from the tail of the field tonight, after some last-minute adjustments, from Houston, Texas, driving the Rum Runners number 16 Chevrolet, it's Monster Racing.
There you have it. Shout out to you, Clay. Hey, we're about to go green, about to send the timer.
So I will back on out. So, Sauce, we are going to have a guest broadcaster.
Really?
Yes.
Who do I need to send an invite to?
You need to send an invite to GTR Tatty.
How about that?
He will be helping us out, at least for the Xfinity race, maybe for the Cup race.
Hey, shout out to Taddy. Taddy, when you coming back? Alright, Clay, you should be able to join now.
Good to join now?
Yep, you can join, Clay.
I'll send another one for you, just in the event that you need it.
I appreciate you. As we're about to go green here for the Cobra E-Racing Series Xfinity Series at Kentucky Speedway. I'm super excited for this, Clay. Is this the first one we've done together?
Probably.
How about that?
It's probably been a minute, though. If we have.
All right, Clay. We are green flag here at Kentucky.
I'm still
Racer
loading in, yeah.
And Nuka. No worries. We'll get them going here. Everyone's off to a good start. We'll let this lap breathe while you get in, Clay.
I'm in. We're good to go. So they make their way through 1 and 2. 1 and 2, one of these turns that we'll be talking a little bit about as the night goes on. But you see Speed Racer here already moving up here.
Chewy with a big move.
Yeah, Chewy makes a big move. He's going to run up 2 or 3 lanes, Nuka says.
Almost 3 wide coming out.
And the beneficiary of that was Masopes, starting from that 5th position, gets to 2nd position in 1 lap here. Now here's the thing about Kentucky on this game. That bottom lane in turn 1 is very treacherous, and I'll point it out when we get back. Turn 3, not so turns 3 and 4, not so much of a concern for these guys, but you're going to see Masopes dive here to the apron, and this is going to be a good example of what Kentucky is. You see how that yellow line just doesn't quite add up? It's just all over the place. Then you dive in here, and you see that line that is like just above the yellow coming up the racetrack there. If you touch that, you're spinning. That's just what it is. So you have to really take 1 and 2 carefully, don't you, Sauce?
Yes, sir. You do. You wanna arc it nicely and get your run off that turn. You said that nicely. I'm impressed with that. We got these guys a little strung out here. A little side-by-side action. I want to say for like 10th spot here. Got Garrett Cope in the Test King car.
Well, we did just have a change for the race lead. The 08 puts a slide job on the 7 a little bit there. Here comes the 7 back underneath, crossing him up as they head down the back straightaway there. And the 4 and the 9 are coming strong there. The 08 really drives it in there, but that's going to compromise this line. Here comes that 9 of Nuka back to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for the 2nd spot as they make their way to the start-finish line.
And that's 2 Litson teammates trying to get hooked up on the bottom here. Just Ken making a peep right there. Nuka's going to slide up the track into Masopes. Masopes is going to get into the wall.
Tags the wall there. Going to need to be diligent here to keep
racing.
It. Yeah, we're going to keep racing. Good work by Masopes to keep it up there where no one else was.
We'll see how they go. Just Ken sliding up now on the track.
Yeah, and
Just Ken won the Super Trucks race here, so. Oh, look at that. Is that Chewy making a 3-wide?
Jose, the 07.
Big wreck.
The 07.
1 car.
The 07 tagged the 54. Don't know if he tried to clear himself up in front of Jose in that 54, but he wasn't quite clear. So the 07 sends the 54 up and into the 1, and then the 1 getting caught up there.
Was that the one at Hamilton? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I said big wreck, big impact. That was straight Earnhardt right there.
Let's get a look at this 1 car. Whew. Heavy damage to the front end of that Litza machine.
That's your points leader.
That is your points leader of Hamilton. And it just didn't work great there. Really, that was just a mistake made by the 07. Wasn't clear of the 54. Nothing done wrong there by the 54 or the 1. The 07 just unfortunately made a mistake there.
Yeah, you're gonna have those sometimes with in this game, this series. You know, guys are going for it. You know, you gotta be mindful of the situation and pick your battles. It's early on in a no caution race here, so we'll see if Hamilton can keep it on the lead lap and get it back going stage 2. He's got a lot of work to do though.
Hey Sauce, will you do me a favor and back out and add Taddy to the Cobra broadcast chat, please? You have extra invites. It's the 08 and the 4 absolutely going at it in 3 and 4, and that puts the 4 of Ken into the wall. He's going to lose 4th to Picola, loses 5th to Braves, and Ken slots back in P6. No, excuse me, make that P7 GTR Beatty coming through for P6. Interesting decision here for the 10 of Braves running the all-neon scheme, and honestly, I like it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I love the neon color. It's different.
No, it's weird as all get out with the red tires because it makes him look like a frog, but
That's the Grinch right there. That's the Kobe shoes.
well, there you go.
T. Cole making his way. He's pushing Masopes here. As we're joined by GTR Taddy.
How you doing, Taddy?
We got an airplane, Taddy.
Oh man, do I see our first DNF of the night? It's the 11 of Brinkerhoff sitting on pit road for me. And he's a driver that had been doing great up to this point.
Let me look at his stream and see what happened. He lost server connection. Tough break.
Well, there you have it.
Tough break.
Yeah, anybody.
That's a little bit of stack. Taddy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing
Welcome
pretty good.
to the booth.
Hey, thanks.
What you got on these Xfinity guys?
This is that new guy you just picked up this week, right? Speed Racer on that 7 machine?
Yes, Speed Racer. He was in the old Midnight Truck League Brinkat going on. So got him in here.
I mean,
That's how a few of us knew him.
I mean, he started on the pole, and he's showing up and showing out at, this is kind of a difficult track, Kentucky. It's a draft-heavy track, but the lines here are difficult. And if you get below that yellow line at all, even on the apron in the front stretch, it could glitch and spin you out. So, 7-2 Racer, really interested to see what he does. It's not only rookie, his first race in the league.
Yes, sir.
And the thing to note about the 7, the thing to note about the 7, that 7 of Speed Racer, that 7 car's been driven by 3 different people so far this year. Started with Patton.
It's been passed around.
Yeah, it's been passed around a few times, but it's found its way to the front a couple different times.
Honestly, it's been in the front every race it's been in, Clay. Between Patton, Drunk Fest, now Speed Racer, it's been up front. Or in the top 3 to 5 every race.
I'm going to tell you what, that 7 looks impressive, but the fastest car on the racetrack right now is that driver sitting in the 3rd position. Here comes the 19 of Picola.
Picola Gator. Was in the... Correct me if I'm wrong. He was in the Final 4 last year, correct?
For Cup, yes.
In Cup. Yes. Final 4 in Cup, racing down for his team. He's down here because he's facing my team in the team tournament. That's what he's really doing, but I wish I could be down there too.
Alright, so, yeah, funny for you.
It's total airplane, Taddy.
Yeah, we're losing you a little bit there, Taddy. Ooh, the 19 got really loose there off of turn 2. Here comes the 08. The 9's also going to get a run here. Here comes the 10 of Braves. He's going to send it to the inside of the 19.
Gonna give us a lap update here. Good looking at completing lap 15, only about 7 more laps to go here at the line.
That 07 just sent the 54 up the racetrack.
Wow. Oh yeah, and they're getting a little chippy back here between Jose Perge and Chewy, and Robbie Racing back here as well.
The 98 of Jacob as well.
Chewy mixing it up back there.
He's got the wall though.
Well, he's gonna come down right in front of the 54,
and that catches up the 98
into
in
the
it.
grass. Wow.
The 54 and 07 continue to go at it. And here's what it's doing. It's not doing anything fruitful. They continue to lose spots. Both were up inside the top 10, top 5 area. Now they're aiming to hold on to the top 10.
And we got a 4-car breakaway up front. Then you got 3 cars right behind that with Cope, Justkin, and Chase Beatty. And those are 3 guys kind of on the fringe of the playoffs. Beatty, I think he's what, 7th. He's in the playoffs, but the cut line is still slim. We got the 4 going underneath the 10 here. And these guys are going to get the race in, and they aren't going to lose any more. Up front. Oh, the 10's in the wall. Big wreck, the 0.
No cautions, remember.
No cautions. Wow. So we had the 10 coming off the turn. Right before that, we had the 4 going underneath. The 10 catches the wall. And yeah, you gotta hate it when he bounces off the wall. There's nothing you can really do there sometimes. Right into Chase Beatty, GTR Beatty. Unfortunate. Here comes Pete Cola. They're racing up front. He's trying to get to that front lead. Be 3 to go at the line, Clay.
3 to go here at the line. It's the 7 of Speed Racer out in front. Masopes there in P2 trying to fight back into it. 2 to go, or 3 to go here at the line. They're going to work here off of 1 and 2. And into 3 and 4. Two to go, Sauce. Sauce, are you there?
I have been muted, Clay, and I am so sorry.
It's good. This the last lap?
Or 1 to go at the line.
Come to 1 to go?
Yes, sir.
You see that one of Hamilton up there trying to stay on the lead lap. I think he should be able to. But no harm, no foul if he doesn't. Here we go, final lap of stage number 1. Speed Racer aiming to hold off the 08 of Masopes. There's Masopes putting the bumper to him. It's all to do for a third back there too. Masopes is going to try this high line. He's there.
He's going to cross him over. Oh, no. Speed's going to...
Look at this run into 3 and 4. The 7's going to be clear of the 08 and off of 4. The 7 of Speed Racer collects his first stage win and his first Xfinity stage.
Hey. Soaps P2, P-Cola Gator P3, Low Power Nuka P4. Hey, Masopes recovered nicely after that little incident with Nuka. Came through just fine, got back up to second. I want to say Just Ken is P5, Robbie Racing P6, GTR Jacob P7, Monster Racing P8, Chewy P9, Jose Protege, GTR Jose Protege P10. And Taddy, you here with us? What you thinking for stage 2, man? I know the mics just... Yeah, we're gonna manage with it because you Taddy.
Yeah, I mean, if it starts acting up, I'll just keep it. So, honestly, I gotta tell you, the most improved driver, I think, here, not just in this race, but in the because I think I gotta give it to Chewy, man. This year he's showed me a lot more than what I've seen in the past.
Okay.
You guys were talking a little while ago. Mental errors, like when it bounced off the wall, but here we go. Stage number 2, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Stage number 2, yes, Taddy. And it's a little staticky, but we got you.
Alright. I'll just keep you from the stuff.
And Chewy has a win last year in Xfinity. He won Auto Club, so... Hey, a different bunch this year. Not was it last year? Maybe 2 seasons ago, I think.
Yeah, it gotta be 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago.
The 4 puts the bumper to the 7. Ken getting into the 7 there. Good job by the 7 to hold it, though. Great car control by the 7.
He's going to come up top, try to get a draft from Masopes to pull that top line. Maybe he can clear the bottom of the 4. He's going to clear him. Throwing it in there. Got some guys washing up the track.
So, maybe you have a little more experience with this one. I can't say I've run Kentucky a whole lot in the Xfinity cars, but I know it's each corner reacts differently, and that front stretch apron, let's say on that more, I fix that glitch. Maybe like, how are they with these tires?
I won't lie, Teddy. I was running some laps earlier and I hit that glitch. I never hit it before in my life. I heard people talk about it, but that was the first time I hit it in a practice session. But these Xfinity cars, be tight. So, hey, going into stage or to turn 1, kind of I like to back it off a little early, depending on the tire wear, you know. But you want to angle that down. You want to come off to turn 2 real low, but not catch that seam, and then you're gonna want to arc turn 3 and get the 16 into the grass.
What happened there?
I'm not sure. Monster Racing.
The 16 caught the wall on the exit of 4, and it looked like it just spun his car straight down. I caught it. I seen him catch the wall.
No cautions. And just to finish off that one for you, Tad, you wanna get a good run off 4. That you don't want to wash up. You want to hit that bottom, the apex real low, and then get you a good run.
I see another Litsim driver there in the comments section. What's up to Private Patton? He says, "Sup guys, that 7 looks good." Indeed, that 7 does look good. We got another car stopped on the racetrack in 3 and 4 with heavy damage to the rear. The 21 of Bad Guy caught up.
Wow. Bad Guy making his
later
his cup debut tonight. Yeah,
making his cup debut tonight.
I was getting him and Warpig a little confused. I apologize. Oh, he's gonna spin in turn 1 and 2 by himself.
I don't know what's going on with that 21 right now.
Heavy, his whole rear end is just demolished, destroyed. It's pretty red. Tough break for that guy there. So we got a 3-car breakaway for the lead.
Yeah, the 7 of Speed Racer, the 4 of Just Ken. That's the 21.
Oh, okay. He's getting off track. Wow. Absolute scenes. Shout out to Patton in the comment section.
The 7 of Speed Racer, the 4 of Just Ken, the 08 of Masopes up here battling for the lead.
Yeah,
and I seen Mo Power Cats got damaged. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't look now. NASCAR Heat's favorite Brit running up there in 4th. We seen him back there with Chewy and Dick a little while ago. And he was, right around the outside of the top 10. Now he's up there in 4th, just about the 19 feet taller than the 9. Looks like these guys, if they work together, they can catch that top 3. And Robbie, he's got good time for him to get a win for him and his whole team.
And you know what?
He's been knocking on the door.
He's been knocking on the door.
Runs these last 5 races.
Yeah, man, and he took a little bit to find his footing in Cobra, like every driver has, I think, but he's starting to get it sorted out here, and he's carrying the flag for Guerrilla Autosport right now. Let's get up to that battle real quick.
Gonna dive it into turn 3 there. I don't know, Just Ken looking strong right now.
That's another driver who, despite some other issues going on, like, I don't even know what to say, but the dude has made good finishes. Like, even if he might have ruffled some feathers and whatnot, but you know what? He's been putting together the finishes, and he actually has a win. He won just a couple of weeks ago at Kansas in a fuel save.
Hey, let's hit on that a little bit more. If you were the 7 of Speed Racer, he's currently in a 3-car breakaway for the lead with arguably 2 of the more aggressive drivers in the Xfinity Series with Justin and Masopes right there. How are you reacting if you were in Speed Racer shoes right here? Are you just trying to hold your line, or maybe you want to let these guys go if they're going to keep beating on your bumper?
What would you do, Clay?
I don't know what I'd do. I think they're content to ride some laps out here, though, honestly. Like, I've seen Ken go for the lead a couple of times here, but I think, ultimately, everyone's content to click some laps off.
But hey, one mistake, then I guess you got to take it at that point.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone...
He's got to run on the 7. He's got to throw it in there. Big move by the 4-car.
Moves that 7 up the racetrack.
Here comes the 08 of Masopes. 4 way down on the bottom. Loose off. Here comes the 08 of Masopes to the inside of the 4. He's got to throw it in there. Turn 3, there's contact. Up the track goes the 4. Here comes the 7 back down on the 08.
Yeah, we're going to go 3 wide for the race lead.
Bump after bump.
Oh, man, the 08 almost got sent to the outside wall there. Maybe I was wrong, guys. I mean, these guys are now wanting to race it out.
And we're looking at, it'll be 7 to go at the line. Robbie Racing might be able to get his say in this before it's all over. Here comes the 7 crossing over the 08 again. The 4 is going to stick his nose in there and try to cross over the 7. It's good racing.
Good racing so far. Seen a couple of aggressive bumps per se, but
they seem to be managing well here. Here comes the 4 loose.
4 got loose,
He's
man.
Gonna get into the 08, into the wall. Here comes Robbie Racing to get a spot.
That's the man who's excited that they're racing up here.
And you got Pete Cola Gator back there as well. Derek Cope starting to put his lime green Chevy up there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the unsponsored driver after not having a great season last week in Cup, they just took the sponsorship right away from him.
They just took it's Jeb Burton. They just took him away.
But he's somebody else that I haven't really heard us talk about here tonight. And he's running here in 6th right now and in contention for the stage win now. We have, what, 5 to go, I think? We're getting ready for
5 to go at the line.
Yeah, so, I mean, any of these 6 cars now with all that battling with the top 3 leaders, they all have the potential. As they're coming up on lap traffic, they'll be number 8 machine. I'm not sure who's in there.
Just Ken's going to slide
Cat,
out. That's going to
Cat.
open the door for... Alright, yeah, Mopower Cat was involved in something. Heavy damage on his car. Yeah, it looks like Speed Racer and Masopes as well held off just Ken there. He's getting loose at the end of this run, starting to fall off. As Robbie Racing, Pete Colligator, and Adam Shed Tag as well. Derek Cope is doing that. So a little bit longer run cars here. Four to go at the line play.
4 to go here at the line. The 08.
Big bump. Here comes Robbie Racing.
Here they all come, really.
We are getting it cracking.
What is that 8 gonna do?
He's got to get out the way. You would think, right?
We'll see what he
He's gonna
does
have
right
room
here.
off this turn. He's gonna stay high. It's just a real bad spot to get
He did a good job though.
to get lapped in. Yeah, I mean Mopower Nuka and Jose Perge might be over there before it's over. Look at this scene. Play, look at this.
Look at this.
Airplane, Teddy. They throw it in there. Here comes the 4. Pushes the 7 up. Masopes to the lead. Becoming the 2 to go.
Whoa, there goes Picola. He's around.
Oh, big contact. Did he hit the wall? I saw him coming. I saw Cope come off the turn and as well as Picola come off. Speed
I'm
Racer
not
back
sure.
to 4th now. Robbie Racing 3rd.
That battle's not over with though. 2 to go at the line.
Yes, sir.
2 to
This
go
is 2 to
here.
go.
In stage 2.
So your leader just Ken showing some fight there. Looked like he was falling off, but here he is back up. Speed Racer falling off a little bit there that run.
That brings the 54 into contention a little bit though. Here we come off turn 4. 1 lap to go here in stage 2.
We'll see how this 3rd place battle goes down. Speed Racer trying to get something back after leading the majority of this stage. Just Ken, will he throw it in there on the
The
soap?
7 sends it on the 18 a little bit there.
They're racing.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. What does the 4 of Ken have for the 08 of Masopes?
He's gonna get the run off this turn. Just Ken's
the
gonna
4.
give him a bump.
They're gonna drag race to the line.
08.
Drag racing to the line. Here they come
The 4 is
down.
gonna get him.
Ken at the line.
Just Ken staying in the throttle, just working his way back up and getting the stage win. And you gotta think, will that... Masopes is not gonna forget that. As we have Just Ken, P1, Masopes P2, Speed Racer 3, Robbie 4, Derek Cope 5, Jose Perge 6, Mopower Nuka 7, WRX Mike 8, Hamilton back to P9, and then GTR Jacob.
There you go. And this is the racing we wanted to see out of the Xfinity Series. We know what these guys are capable of, and we needed to see it after a couple rough weeks.
Yeah, they're really putting on a good show, good racing. Everyone's racing hard. A little things here and there, but even if there were cautions on it, probably wouldn't trigger one, just a single car. Here we go,
Correct.
stage 3.
Here we go. Start of stage 3.
Shout out to everyone in the comment section joining us live tonight in the Cobra E-Racing Series. The Xfinity guys at Kentucky.
Here they go into 3 and 4. The 7 thought about a move on the 08. The 08 gives the bumper back to the 4.
Oh, he's gonna send him already.
for that stage bump.
Interesting to use that now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not going to be patient either. That 7's going to go underneath the 08 here. Almost closes the door.
You want to know who that restart was not good for? The 18 of Robbie Racing, way back in the pack now.
Yeah, he slid up the track. Not sure what happened, but I saw him kind of almost up in the wall.
Here comes the 22. And the one of Hamilton says that's enough.
Here comes.
Wow.
I want to say Jacob. Oh, the 9 is
in the wall. 9's in a wall. That's going to stack up the field.
Big wreck in the back.
Big wreck. The 8's around. The 9 is around. The 07 is also around.
And the 20's
we're
around.
wrecking
The
again.
19's around. Big wreck in the back. It's a
mayhem.
Slaughter. And you see that, just, you know, a couple dive bombs here, a touch there, into the wall there. I want to say someone's lagging, actually. I think the 16's lagging. And so there goes, there's going to be some hurt feelings. Pete Collier, he shot it down. Not running for points. Tough break to him in the second start.
And that number 19 Gorilla Autosport Toyota has seen enough 2 wrecks in a matter of laps. And one more car out of the race I see there.
Mo Power Nuka has shut it down as well.
That's interesting, Sauce. That's a Lithium driver done and a Gorilla Autosport driver done for the night. 2 of the stronger of each team in the field right now.
Yep. Hey. Well, we'll regroup and we'll see what happens. We got a few cars back there. No Power Cats back there, Trees back there. You got this 0 K80 hawking this 22 here. You got some Toyotas behind him. I know they're working together, so it's 22. We'll have to look back at the tape, see what happened, but a couple dive bombs.
The one had a big dive bomb in there too, though. I saw that happen.
The one crossed them all over. But they're racing. The 08 to the lead, Speed Racer P2, Just Ken P3, Hamilton and Cope swapping 4 and 5 with GTR Jacob in 6th. What you think about that the accident, Taddy? What do you think went wrong there for these guys?
So I'm not sure if it actually went wrong. You talked about earlier how the kind of you want to arch the diamond corner right, but the opposite corner. You kind of want to enter low there, like come out low. Right? And so I think these guys on restart stage 3. You know, if it goes green, just still make positions as you can to see if you look at restart 2. And
no, it's gonna be green the whole time.
I think some guys get down on the apron, track if you make some moves, and the other guys didn't like it, didn't let them come up. Well, from the apron at all, we got there. There's this thing out pretty quick. And the second that, you got to go somewhere. So if they didn't spin, they just bump people up, and I think that's where the dive bombs came from. So I think you should just race an instant, restart with a crowded field. I think that's what happened. Is there no cautions tonight?
Yeah, no cautions tonight after all the green-white checkers from last week. We see Marini getting past there. Yeah, and it really came to all to head there on the front stretch. Trying to cut the apron right there, so hey, could be a netcode thing. I'm sure we'll find out.
Yes, that was an unfortunate event then. Let's see, the next 20 wreck, so Gas ended up wrecking 2 of their cars together. Then the Mop Waters, both Nuka and Cat, got involved in wrecks. So Mop Waters and Gas not having a good time.
Yeah, we got a Venom car, a Lithium car, a BBR car. There's a Rum Runners car. Rum Runners still looking for their first win in any series this season. Could Cope break that today? Hamilton, the points leader, back up to P5 after stage 1 wreck.
And there you go. We did have a switch for the lead there just a few laps ago there, guys. The 08 of Masopes got passed up by the 7 and the 4, so drop him back to P number 3, and that puts the 7 back in front. That one of Hamilton, you know, he's our points leader. He's got a huge points lead, and that's in large part due to his consistency. But this is a driver that has yet to find his first Cobra win. He's hungry.
That is true. Yeah, he's been up there every race, and for he's the points leader for a reason. He's getting stage points, getting good finishes, but he wants to win. He wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think my eyes right now are on the 10 car deck. We've seen it in the last stage. Him, the team in Mexico pretty well, top experience. And I was wondering when I seen the 3 back on the lead about 7 8 to go instead of being maybe they don't have that long run car, so they were trying to get the lead and get as big as they could. But the 10 proved to have a long run car, and give him 5-6 more laps, and we might see him making a right here.
And there went another pass for the race lead. The 4 of Ken goes around the 7, and here comes the 08 now for P2.
Interesting. Derek Coates driving the heck out of that car. I already know that. He is racing every lap. I guess the last lap.
I think the one thing the 10 car has to be careful about here is, first off, you're trying to get sponsorship on the car. Second is that, right, so when you're not used to being in the as again, with the battle with these race wins and out, sometimes the driver will get too excited. It's not a one-on-one battle here. There's 6 cars in this battle, so any one of them can get side by side and say, dive in a little deep and lose that draft right now, and the other 5 cars are just going to take up right now in that 98. He's aimed for that, so he's driving in pretty deep in these corners too. So 98 and 10 right now, both looking for that dub this season. And honestly, I want to see one of those 2 cars with the win, or the maybe Steve Raker, rookie first time here, doing a great job up there.
Well, Taddy, I'm not quite sure if you know this or not, but
that was crossing him over.
But GTR Jacob did get the win at Sonoma just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so road courses is kind of Jacob's Christmas, right? Like, I see him up front at road courses all the time. But Oldex, he's a top 5, maybe top 10 driver, but I don't, in my head, I don't see him as a race winner on a weekly basis, right? And so, seeing him in battle here, he's being patient, not using his stuff like everyone else's. So, I'm hoping to see good things out of that 98 machine.
Oh, the 10's gonna go way up the track. The 1's gonna take advantage. It's like you just said there, Taddy. Someone's gonna have to save their stuff here.
And I think what happened there is the 10, maybe his car's a little tighter. He doesn't have the speed of those top regions, so he's trying to dive in hard and keep the draft on the exit. And that time it bit him in the butt as went up way too high. As we see
the 4
almost in the wall through the turns 1 and 2 here. It's going to be able to get by him for 2nd place here.
Oh, he's gonna cross him over the 4. Nope. Here comes the 1.
I think that was a block, not a crossover on the way. I think he's seen the 1 coming.
I got a 3rd one for you, Taddy. If Cope wins this race, he doesn't have an All-Star fan vote campaign to go for, because if he wins, he's locked into the All-Star.
Oh, he'll still have a campaign, hopefully.
Listen, I want to see Cope get 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I don't want to see him win, because his campaign and his videos, they're epic every year. If you guys haven't seen it, listen, just ask one of the admins here.
4 dives it in.
He's funny, he's a nosy guy. Cope has a good sense of humor.
These guys got to battling, and that allowed the 7 to scoot away a little bit.
Well, the 4 backed up after tapping the 08 to give him some room there, and that kind of brought it up claim to win.
What do you got for laps there, Sauce?
1 second. We'll be 36 coming to the line right here, and we're gonna see a pit stop. Obviously, I think you could split it. Some might overcut, undercut. We'll see who does what here.
30 some laps to go, and Hannah Ford is currently just fighting. We got a couple of GTR guys in Ronnie Racing. They've lined up. They just lost everywhere at Michael. That's a full car train that with the battle in that front pack, they've got some ground, maybe short pit, and that the tires to advantage. We might see those 3 up here battling.
Yeah, they're gonna have to time it right. They're gonna short pit.
This front pack beginning to pull away from the 10 a little bit, it appears. Oh, we have another DNF. The 20 of Marini is done for the night.
Yeah, he had heavy damage.
So Gas only has Jose Protege and Roddy Racing left in the race. Positive for them. That is their top 2 runners so far at this point anyway. So Gas down to 2 of their 4 drivers.
And Cat's probably a lap or 2 down from his damage, so.
Hamilton has gotten by the 4 car. He's now in 3rd, but both of them starting to lose the front 2s. The 08 now looks to be catching that 7 machine. And if that's possible, the 708 could draft and pull away from all 4 of those cars.
Yeah, we're gonna see how patient this 4 car wants to be after running up front all day long and then kind of falling back here.
Yeah, that's what, right, so he was the first one to start making moves with about 7 laps to go in stage 2. And that's why I was wondering if maybe he doesn't have that long run car, so he knew that he was trying to push the issue and get to the front, maybe make some blocks or something like that. as we're seeing it here, though, the longer this run goes.
Oh, the 98 gets into the back of the 4 a little bit there. But the 98 decides to lift on out of it.
Yeah, Jacob's pretty respectful, right?
And I think you're going to see a lot more give, knowing there's not a caution to save you.
Right, and they still have to make a pit stop, right? So frames when you go to pit road, you need some draft help, so you can't come out by yourself while everyone else has draft. So I think you're going to see a lot of give right now until the pit stop. After that final pit stop, though, I don't expect to see as much give. Robbie now has gotten by GCR. He started pulling away from that little bit.
Probably the long run car. I think it's going to come down to the 7 and 08 here. I think they're going to continue to get a good lead on the rest of this pack because you see Hamilton and just King sliding up. I think it's going to come down to them two. I don't think anything the guys behind them, if they short pit, fine, but I think the pressure tires will win the bit.
So, quick question for both of you. Sauce, going to start with you. If you're the 7 car, he's a Litson driver, so I'm going to send it down to you on that one. But you got the lead at your first race here. You got Masopes and Ken have been all over you all race, right? You lost Ken a little, you Masopes, you know pit stops are coming. How do you take that entry into pit road? 50-foot speeding penalty. But do you take it cautiously to guarantee that you don't, or are you diving in deep trying to get that win tonight?
I mean, if you're in the lead, I guess it really depends on what Masopes does here. So, I mean, you kind of want to go conservative because that's, you know, maybe half second, 1 second's better than 15 seconds. So, depending on where he is on track, just get a regular entry and then trust your speed and pace and the tires.
And here we go. The battle heats up for the race lead. The 08 of Masopes going to jump to the outside of the 7 of Speed Racer. Masopes, the winner of Phoenix earlier this season. The 7 of Speed Racer looking for his first win and his first Xfinity start.
Yeah, Clay, kind of the same question to you, right? If you're in Masope shoes, I don't know if he's faster than the 7 right now. I think that draft is something you can get to 3-4 times. But if you're in Masope, that 7 has been dominant all race. Without the help of the 4 making contact with the 7 or kind of making moves on it. 08 really hasn't seemed to be the car to make the move. If you're going to pit road, are you short pitting first off or doing what the leader does? And how are you mentally? Are you going in working deep or are you being cautious not to take that out?
I don't know. If I'm the 08, I'm short. I'm going to do whatever the 7 doesn't do. So, like, I don't know. You could short pit, but I also feel like that Masopes is the guy that's going to run a lap longer than the 7 and then pit and have the fresher tires.
I think you got to watch out for that 98 of Jacob, honestly.
Yeah,
I think if he gets maybe 2 or 3 lap fresher tires, he could run him down. Depending on pit entry, if he has a GOAT pit entry, for sure could help his cause.
Here's my concern: is how aggressive is this 1 of Hamilton gonna be?
I'm watching him. He's getting up there. Slowly but surely. Like, listen, he's usually there at the end of the race in this series here.
I mean, Hamilton's in. There's not, like, you want to get that win, right? Like, everybody wants to get that win, but he's sitting really good in the points. You got 2 of 3.
Big run by the 08 here.
They're gonna pit. Oh, what
the
happened to the 7?
Out of gas? The 7 is out of fuel. Coming to pits here. Is everybody else pitting? Wow. Not like this. Oh, they're all gonna get down.
Everyone's gonna pit.
Everyone's coming down now.
Oh my goodness,
We'll
is the whole field pitting?
Oh wow, they have ran this sucker dry.
They're
no
all pitting
with these guys. Undercuts, no short pits.
What do you make of that, Taddy?
Everyone pitting, wow.
What do we make of that?
Hey, everyone on the same tires now, so we're gonna... I think the 7's gonna have some ground to make up because he lost a lot there on entry, but he's at the pace. We'll see. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be about a half a lap. Some people are gonna be short.
Did the 7 speed?
Nope.
Hold on.
7 sped.
Yes, the 7 of Speed Racer. 10's still down on pit road.
Wow.
Did he have damage?
Tough break to the... Nah, he sped. The 7 sped. Tough break there for Speed Racer in his debut. Oh, that hurts. To get back to the lead, Masopes to the lead, Hamilton P2, Just Ken P3, GTR Jacob P4. Everyone's got the same tires. It's pure pace. How do you manage your tires here?
Trying to see what else
And
is going
they
on
should
now.
be good on fuel. You shouldn't have to save much. Wow. That is tough break for Speed Racer.
And the 10 of Braves.
Yeah, both having great runs tonight. And listen, that's sometimes the hardest thing. And it's curious because he is out of fuel and still sped. So
Chat going off about that.
we got in the chat right now, Clay.
Let's see, Chibi's down there in the chat. I see Joker down there in the chat. I see Nuka's down there in the chat.
Joker.
See Jackson Altman down there as well. Thank you, boys, for tuning in here tonight. You're watching the Cobra E-Racing Xfinity Series here from the Kentucky Speedway. Myself, broadcaster Clay, up here in the booth. Delighted to bring you the action tonight. Up here with my friends GTR Taddy and GTR LL the Sauce. Excited to bring you the action here tonight.
This has been a good time, Clay. I'm just get warmed up for this cup race right after it. Hamilton's looking pretty strong here.
Yes, he is.
Gonna have to hold him up. These two, top two. Hamilton P1 in the standings. Masopes P2. I think they're gonna have a good end of the regular season and playoff battle coming up.
You know, this is giving me some type of flashback back to Phoenix a little bit, and I think if Patton is still out there in the chat, is this not giving you some Phoenix flashbacks a little bit? Now, we won't have cautions or a green-white checkered tonight, but Masopes and Hamilton, two of the strongest cars at Phoenix, also two of the strongest tonight.
Just Ken making a move on the one here. He's going for the. You know, Just Ken's gonna go for the win here.
The one's
We'll see if he's got
gonna.
the tire for the end of this run.
I wonder if the one might be saving some tire a little bit here. Is that a possibility here, Taddy?
Listen, if you're in the battle at this point, if you can stay in the draft and you can, or pretty close to the top runners, right? If there's only 2-3 drivers, you know, if it's me, I'm sitting back running the whole time. Just using the draft, maybe you can guarantee how your tire wear is instead of driving the crap out of the car. Burn the right front, burn the right rear, people are leaving. Yeah, like you were saying, better tire wear. You have better tires on the last 2-3 laps. Most likely, you have the best chance of winning. So, I like what he's doing there.
You know, Masopes isn't saving tire. Neither is Just Ken. I'm telling you, that 98's looking a little. We'll see how this plays out. I'll give you a lap count.
Four gets the wall! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
He plows into the wall and he's around!
Oh, the Ford's wrecking. Jeff Gordon. He's in like Las Vegas here. Someone go check on him.
Oh man, he tags the wall there and can't save it. So 4 now becomes 3 here, guys.
They are dropping. Did he hit the inside wall there pretty hard?
Yes, he did.
It looked pretty bad. Thought this was Las Vegas for a second. Wow.
So
Nice
the
making
7
that, Clay.
the 7 speeds on pit road and the 4 tags the wall, and Rex coming off of turn number 2. 5 car pack becomes 4. 5 car pack becomes 3, excuse me.
That 1 and 98 are gonna have to draft up to that 0-8 there. We're gonna see who could have just handed it to Masopes. He's been top 3 all night, so.
Let's see. We did have admin picks for this week. Let me tap into those real quick. There were 2 admins who selected Masopes tonight, that being USauce and GTR Beatty.
About that.
Butter's pick is this one of Hamilton sitting in 3rd.
Georgia member.
And then my pick is already out of the race. I picked the 9 of Nuka to win tonight.
What was that?
So you still happy with that? Oh wait, we're seeing basically this.
We got some airplane, Taddy. Yeah, 15 to go. I think it's 15 to go. Hey, this Masoch is gonna. I don't, barring a mistake, I don't see him losing this lead here. I don't know if the 98 and the 1 together have the pace to catch him. He's flying right now.
Now the person who will have the pace to catch this 08 is the 8 of Mopower Cat. The thing about it, he's already a lap down.
And will that help the 98 and 1 car if they get his draft get back up there? We'll see. The 1 and the 8 teammates.
Get better.
Yes. They got Chewy right here. He's gonna.
In the one here, you let the 8 car go.
Now it's airplaning bad now, Teddy.
Yeah.
You gotta see. Chewy is Masoch. Yeah, Masoch is gone. I don't see him giving up this lead. See what this 07 does. I would be down pit road right now myself. Out of the way.
Here comes the 1, looking for a move on the 98 potentially.
So we'll be coming to 13 to go here. I don't know if Chewy's damaged or.
Yeah, he does.
Right here.
And a reminder that the 98 is teammates with the 08, those two guys up there as well.
Hey, interesting. You know, I failed to, because Chewy's team's got 2 Fords, 2 Chevys, so it's sometimes you forget that's actually a team. You got the 1 trying to make a move on the 98. It looks like the 8's trying to go with him.
They have to at this point. We got a lap counter?
Yes, I have one right here at the line. So they're coming up on $11 to go here at the line. And I think it's if you're the 98 and the 1, I mean you try, but hey, a top 3 will get you good points.
Good rebound by Hamilton after that stage 1 wreck. In line for another podium.
If you're Hamilton, you just want to, hey, top 3, take it. We'll go to Watkins Glen next week, you know?
Let me know how many laps to go when you can.
I keep getting slack, buddy. Shout out to everybody in the comments watching live. Real quick, get the plug in. Cobra E-Racing Series, Xfinity guys here at Kentucky.
Here comes a move for P2 maybe. Hamilton looking to the outside of the 98 of GTR Jacob for that second spot.
Up.
Hamilton's going to have a run down the back straightaway here.
He's going to have a pusher as well. And we're going to come to 9 to go here. Masoch out front in that bucked up energy Chevrolet Camaro.
The 1 gets around the 98.
1 car P2. You gotta wonder, maybe the 98 was holding up, maybe just a little bit. Maybe they're kind of the same speed. One's falling off now, maybe. So a little bit too late for those guys, but you know, you never know. So come to 8 to go here, Clay.
Just trying to get a look at who might be in 4th and 5th position, but I'm not quite sure.
Just Ken coming off pit road.
21's also on pit road. That's another thing we might need to pay attention to.
Are we gonna see pit stops?
Is that what's going on here, Taddy?
I think Ken may have had some damage or something.
The 21's on pit road as well.
Oh wow. Oh, I'm looking on. I don't know how. I don't have anybody with the stream that has their fuel up, so we'll see. And maybe it's tires. I'm not sure. Masoch's not one to save tires if that's the case. From even he'll tell you that. I feel like.
What does the 07 do here with the 1?
Interesting. Is the '07 on fresher tires?
I don't think so. The '07's gonna get out of the way, it appears.
That'd be a smart thing to do if you're a few laps down with no way to get back on the lead lap. And we're approaching 5 to go here soon, I'll give you for certain, Clay.
Taddy, could we be looking at people running out of fuel?
Alright, so we're gonna have 5 to go here at the line. When they pitted, they had 28 laps of fuel, 27 to go, so it may click over on the backstretch. Some guys just may not have managed it correctly. I'm sure someone in the comment section knows if you do. Better opinion on it. Maybe 4 to go here, Clay.
Got the bots out in the chat now.
Yes.
Just in time.
Hey, just in time, you know, hopefully they'll come back out for the cup race right after this, so.
Yep, cup race to follow.
Excited for them.
Did the 98 pit? Where's the 98?
4 to go.
The 98's had some issues.
He is falling off this run, it looks like.
He's behind Jose now.
Oh, wow. People are saving. They're saving tire, they're saving gas. One of the two. I don't see...
How many to go?
Looking at 3 to go, I think, here.
3 to go.
Trying to get on board with somebody. On board with Massos. Massos with a commanding lead. Will Hilm or Hamilton run out? I'm not sure. So yeah, we're coming to 2 to go here. If you got it, you got it.
We'll see what they have. 2 to go here from the Kentucky Speedway. It's Massobes with a huge lead over the one of Hamilton. You see Hamilton back there about 4 or 5 seconds back. Maybe more of Massobes down the back straightaway with 2 to go. He won at Phoenix earlier in the season, and since then he hasn't quite been able to put a run together that has netted him a race win. He's going to have 1 lap to go here at the start-finish line. We'll see. Does he have enough to make it back around? Does Hamilton have enough to make it back around? We're about to find out here soon as down the back straightaway 1 and 2. We got a car around on the back straightaway. That is the 16 of Monster. Here we go into 3 and 4. The 08 navigates that just fine. And off of 3 and 4, he's starting to sputter a little bit, but I think he's going to get it. He's going to come to the start-finish line, and Massos wins at the Kentucky Speedway. Hamilton will come home in the 2nd position, and I don't have a look at who's going to be P3. Maybe Speed Racer? P3?
No, he's P8. I'm looking at a few guys right now. So we'll get you an update on that. But congratulations to the Stokes on the win. Hamilton P2, Robbie Racing P3, GTR J80 P4, WRX Mike P5, Jose Protege P6, GTR Jacob 7, Speed Racer 8, Derek Cope 9, and Warpig P10.
So who'd you say in 3rd?
Robbie Racing. And we saw a lot of guys not make it on tire or fuel for whatever reason, so Monster Racing's still in the pits right now. Hey, that's our reigning champion. Great year by him last year as well. But hey, Massos P1, he's gonna get some good points on Hamilton after he didn't get much in no points in stage 1. So championship battle's gonna hotting up. Teddy, thoughts?
Listen, great run. Robbie coming back.
Hamilton P. Good.
Hamilton at P2, right? Robbie ended up right there at the beginning of stage 3.
Hamilton had the fast lap. That's what I was saying. My fault.
He avoided all those wrecks and the carnage that was going on. That happened right out the gate, he was right in the mix of that, whereas the one and the '08 kind of were already in front of it.
Fastest
Yeah,
lap goes to Hamilton in the one.
Hamilton was quick. You got to feel probably the worst for speed racer. I think this race was his to lose, and unfortunately, he did just that. But great job by Masopes, the '08. Hamilton, again, unfortunately, ends up with a P2. But, Hamilton, he doesn't need a win right now. It's not the playoffs. So I think come the playoffs, Hamilton's going to get that first win. So the one car, as usual, great job by him.
Appreciate you, Chatty. Hey, shout out to you, Clay. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go do some stuff before the Cup lobby. And congratulations, Soaps, on the win. Hamilton P2 and Robbie P3.
I got you, Sauce. Thank you for helping me out. Taddy, you'll stay in here with me for the Cup race. We'll welcome Klein in here in just a minute. But time to start with is Robbie in here just yet? No Robbie yet. Well, we can start from the front of the pack here. Let me go to the '08 real quick. Joe Graff Jr. The bucked up energy number '08 Chevrolet, piloted by Masopes, is your race winner tonight. Masopes, you won back at Phoenix just a few months ago, but since then you haven't quite put a race winning car together. But you get it done tonight. How's this one feel?
Pretty good. I think it was a really good race at some points. And, definitely enjoyed the low draft, and I think, I think it just had a good car.
Well, it was you and the 7 and the 4 for a good chunk of this race, some other comers, some other goers. What was it like racing around the 7 and as well the 4?
The 7 is a good buddy of mine, so it's always friendly competition when we race. We're not afraid to move each other, and we won't feel bad about it after we're friends, and we can't seem to get away from one another, so it's always fun racing him. He's really fast everywhere, so I'm going to expect to be dealing with the 7 car yet again, just with a different driver. And Ken is one of those guys that just likes to race really hard all the time. He's not going to give you an inch unless, he feels like he should, I guess. And we just gave each other space and took when we needed to take from each other, so that was really nice. We bumped each other up a few times, but he also gave me a break once or twice, and I did the same with him. So.
Well, Taddy, you got anything for the '08 of Masopes, our race winner tonight? Well, if not, I will go ahead and head to our second place finisher in the 1 of Hamilton, and yet another runner-up finish. I mean, I know you'll take the consistency aspect of it all and continue to grow your points lead, but you gotta be gutted. I mean, you had to drive back through the field, got caught up in a little incident there in the first stage, didn't have the finishing stage one you were looking for, but you fought back into it, and you fight back for a P2. What you think about your night tonight?
Well, just another day at the office, I guess. Another P2 finish, which I can't complain about, but, eventually I'm going to finish one spot better.
You're having a Jamie McMurray, Alex Bowman-esque run this season, but your points lead is massive. Was the goal just to go in and grow the points lead, or at this point are you focusing on race wins?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, be consistent. I didn't really think I was going to be all that great here, to be honest. I ran terrible here in another league in an Xfinity car, so when you have no expectations, it's a lot more, it feels better to run P2, I guess.
Well, next week we head to another road course, and it's no secret how good you can be at road courses. We're headed to Watkins Glen. What do you think about Watkins Glen next week?
Well, that one's different because everyone's been running Watkins Glen forever now. So that's the only one I'm not as good at because everyone kind of knows how to get around there. So, we'll see how it goes. But I'm just looking to survive at this point.
Well, there you go. You heard from our second place finisher of Hamilton. I'll jump over here to our third place finisher. It's yet another podium for the 18 of Robbie Racing. And there were points in this race where I thought it might be your night, Robbie, but that Stage 3 restart really got the best of you there. It got you stuck on the outside lane. Couldn't get going. But you fight back for yet another podium, and you've just put in great work the last few weeks. What do you think about your run?
Yeah, I think overall it's been a great run. These past 7 races, I've gone from 18th and I'm now currently sitting 6th. So after tonight's race, I should be sitting in 5th. Doing that in 7 races, that's amazing. But I haven't done it on my own. I've had great help from my team, Jose, Bailey, and Picola sat with me a few times and done some practicing with me just before the races and whatnot. So it's a team effort. And we're doing really well as a team. Shout out to Gas. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better team. It's been brilliant over there.
There were the first couple weeks. You got the runner up at Daytona, but then it was a couple rough weeks for you. You're kind of just like almost every other rookie in here. It's taken a minute to find your footing, but now you finally found it. How does it feel to finally have that footing here in Cobra?
It feels really, really nice. Now it's just a case of 1, 2, Robbie's coming for you. You better watch out because I'm coming. I'm going to be in your mirror. And you ain't going to get rid of me easily. I am constantly going to be there on your ass. So, I'm coming. I mean, looking at the points now, I don't think I can win. But I reckon if I push enough that I can get into the top 3, definitely.
Well, I'll ask you the same question I asked Hamilton. We head to Watkins Glen International next week. How do you feel about Watkins Glen?
I think if all goes well and I don't get caught up in any trouble or any bother, I'm looking for another top 3 finish. That's all I ask for. It's just a top 3, not a win. Just a top 3. That's always a target. And to get as many team points as possible. Work with my teammates as much as possible, so we're getting as many points as a team. Because as you know, we've got the team points to think about as well. So you will see me out there as well as the other drivers. We'll all be working together.
Well, there you go. You heard from our third place finisher of Robbie Racing. Taddy, are you there? Do you have anything for Hamilton and or Robbie?
Yeah, I'm here. First off, to the viewers at home, sorry, we're trying to work on how we can add subtitles to YouTube for whenever Robbie's out. Hamilton, you were, I was watching, stage 1, stage 2. It was really the 7, the 08, and the 4. They kind of had their own little battle up there, and by the end, per usual, you showed up, and you're here at the finish as you are every single week here in the Xfinity Series. So great job to you, man. That's really not any questions for you, really just that comment.
Thank you.
To Robbie, to you. So end of stage 2 looked like you had the best long run car out there. We seen you kind of move your way from back in the pack to up to 4th place. On the restart in stage 3, I mentioned how you kind of ended up on the outside, lost positions, and ended up in that melee of the 2 wrecks. Great job getting through that, and second to that, I mean, you lost a lot of ground and coming back to Q3. That's amazing, so good job to you as well.
I appreciate it. A lot of it was just hitting my marks. I was watching, the time gap, and those guys were up there drafting, and it weren't pulling away, and I weren't gaining. It was just stalemate. Then they started racing. Jacob had a little incident. Ken had an incident as well. So I was quite fortunate, really. That luck was on my side tonight.
Yeah, well, again, great job and moving up the points, man. Like you said, that's always the goal here. And you're leading gas tonight, so good job.
I appreciate it, but thank you.
Well, there you go. You heard from Taddy. You also heard from Robbie Racing. I do have one more thing before we close out the broadcast here tonight. James McComb's out in the comment section saying, Hamilton keeping up the solid runs. Can't wait to see him get a W. Thank you for tuning in, James, first of all. Second of all, Hamilton, sounds like you've got a fan out there.
I got a lot of fans, but a lot of them don't know it yet.
Well, there you go. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and close this on out. We'll be back here in just a few minutes for the Cup Series. So for all of us here at the Cobra E-Racing Series and the Xfinity Series, my hosts, GTR LL The Sauce and GTR Taddy, and myself, Broadcaster Clay, I hope everyone has a great evening. Enjoy your Friday night and your weekend. Have a good one.